What does it mean when the International Agency for Research on Cancer calls something a possible or probable carcinogen? We're reading between the headlines on today's In the Mix. Cancer is one of the most worrisome words we can hear, especially when we're thinking about our favorite foods or a chemical we come into contact with every day. So when the International Agency for Research on Cancer, an arm of the World Health Organization, releases a report linking something to cancer, the media and consumers tend to freak out. This week, IARC was back in the spotlight as reports circulated that the agency is expected to issue a report in October identifying a link between red and processed meats and cancer. One spokesperson from the North American Meat Institute said the report will represent a giant black eye for the industry and that it will likely take billions of dollars to repair the tarnished image of red meat. I'm not gonna lie, I'd still eat that burger. But controversy isn't new territory for IARC. Earlier this year, it reclassified glyphosate, a key chemical commonly used in pesticides like Roundup, as probably carcinogenic to humans. Because the chemical has been deemed safe for use for decades by regulatory bodies in the US and the EU, the report set off a firestorm of scientific debate that is continuing to this day. So how does IARC determine its kiss of death classification for certain substances, and what do they actually mean? IARC divides its classifications into 4 groups. Group 1 includes cancer's biggest offenders that are known to be deadly to humans, such as asbestos, benzene, and ionizing radiation. On the other end of the spectrum is Group 4, or substances that are probably not carcinogenic to humans. Group 3 is for agents that can't be classified one way or the other, meaning there's no evidence that it causes cancer. And then there's Group 2, where it gets a little more complicated. When IARC believes there's evidence a substance can cause cancer in animals, but it's not sure about humans, it gets labeled as a possible carcinogen and put into Group 2B. If the data on the link between cancer and humans is a little stronger, though it's not entirely conclusive, it's likely to wind up in Group 2A and called a probable carcinogen. Basically, what IARC is telling us is to take care with certain substances, but we should also take care when interpreting IARC's label. What IARC is saying with these classifications is that a substance could give you cancer, but what it doesn't say is how much of it is needed to be dangerous. In other words, it doesn't measure level of risk. So while the label sounds scary, IARC isn't saying anyone is in immediate danger for using that substance. In fact, other substances IARC have linked to cancer include toast, coffee, being a hairdresser, and working the night shift. Does this mean we should ignore IARC's findings? Not necessarily. To make its determination, IARC brings together experts who sift through mountains of available data, and in the end, their findings can be a good first step to determining whether the substance should be evaluated more carefully, or if alternatives should be sought after. But IARC's mammoth reports shouldn't lead to panic. So don't worry, you don't have to immediately ditch your hamburger habit after all.